Welcome to Switch Lock. Since we are almost at the end of the year, this time I will make the best Nintendo Switch game list of all time for this year. And the genre I choose for this video is strategy, because I think there are a couple of amazing new strategy games that come out this year. Then, let's get started. Swords and Soldiers 2 Shawarmageddon is a real-time strategy game with side-scroll and colorful animation. The game is pretty straightforward. You need to pump up units in a specific order and assist them with spells, buildings, and hero units. As you advance, you will find out that there are tons of strategies viable, and depending on your playstyle, you will adopt certain approach to the game. With hilarious story and its sense of humor, this game is both hilarious and crazy fun. XCOM 2 Collection is an enticing offer for strategy fans. This game is a hard challenge with a lot of mission variety and rock-solid gameplay. Switch may not be the best platform for XCOM 2, as the graphics are heavily downgraded, but because we can play it on handheld, I think it's still worth it, since Switch players still get a chance to experience one of the best turn-based strategy games of all time. Thronebreaker: The Witcher Tales is a strategy RPG game with unique puzzles and card battle mechanic in the Witcher universe. It has strong story with good design and a lot of puzzles to solve and synergy strategies to put in use. There's enough nuance and strategy for those hungry for a challenge, and it does a great job of adding to the mythology of the world and its excellent characters. This game is a must-play for fans of The Witcher. Disgaea 4 Complete Plus is a fun strategy game with a cute anime-style design. It has humorous dialogue and amazing cast to make the game memorable. There are so many deep game mechanics to delve into, and they are designed for a long end game, grinding up to level 9999 and beyond. I know there are newer Disgaea games on the Switch, but I choose Disgaea 4 because I think it's the best Disgaea game to date. Pikmin 3 Deluxe is an amazing remaster from the Wii U game, as it is a welcoming place for newcomers who have never touched the 20-year-old franchise that includes exciting new modes and features. The addition of 2-player co-op is a game changer if you have friends to play with, and the feature elevates Pikmin 3 Deluxe over the original. With cheerful and colorful style, Pikmin 3 Deluxe is just a joy to play from beginning to end. Monster Train First Class is a strategic roguelike deck-building game. There are 6 clans to choose from, each has its own unique and surprising gameplay. You need to pick your primary and supporting clan to gain access to all cards from both. This game offers a unique and strategic deck-building experience that, if you are a fan of the genre, will keep you coming back for more and more. Northgard is a strategy game with less emphasis on troops and fighting, but more emphasis on building a strong economy. Micromanagement is very important in Northgard, as your workers are mortal and replacing them is key. Northgard is an ambitious game, and this immense real-time strategy game offers an almost endless value with its colossal exploration. This game is quite challenging, and it looks good and plays well on the Switch. Civilization 6 is a strategy game where you play as one of 24 different leaders from various countries around the world, and you need to build a civilization and expand your empire to compete against history's greatest leaders. Even though there is no online mode, the Switch version is quite tempting with clever controls and a full experience on mobile format, and is run really smoothly. That makes the portability the best version to play on the go. Slay the Spire is another strategy roguelike card battle game with multiple characters with their own cards and playstyles, and a real solid difficulty curve that rewards strategy and punish carelessness. It has a deep and satisfying strategy layer that encourages you to experiment over the course of a multitude of runs to the top of the tower. It's a great game that is easy to pick up and is quite addictive. Triangle Strategy is the long-awaited successor to the excellent Final Fantasy Tactics. It's a game of political intrigue, as the scale system allows you to choose a different story path based on your ally's opinion. The game is really story-driven, and it has excessive story cutscenes and dialogue. The battle is pretty brutal, as you really need to strategize even as early as the first map or risk getting wiped even at normal difficulty. All in all, this game is quite challenging, and anyone who likes good story will love this game. Into the Breach is an almost perfectly formed strategy game with simple presentation that hides its depth with massive replayability. You need to know what each enemy unit will do in the next turn, in which order, how much damage theirs and your weapons will deal, and so on. The game requires you to figure out the best sequence of moves for your mechs, even with perfect knowledge. This game is an innovative, very interesting, and perfectly executed game. Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope gets everything right in what it proposes as a dynamic strategy game. It brings a lot of fun, extended gameplay with beautiful visuals. It has all of the amazing package, like amazing soundtrack, fun and simple to understand gameplay, and great animation. The real-time combat makes everything flow better as you directly control the characters, and every character is fun to use. This is definitely one of the best Mario games that come out recently, and it's a strategy game to boot. SteamWorld Heist Ultimate Edition is an amazing strategy game where XCOM meets Worms in Metroidvania-style gameplay. It's a smart and challenging game, tight and consistent, built around a strategic core. There are weapons and enemy variety that is just enough to keep things interesting. From close-quarter weapons and enemies to long-range fights and even teleporting enemies that can surprise you. SteamWorld Heist Ultimate Edition is a phenomenal addition to the Switch library. Fire Emblem Three Houses is a near-perfect strategy game that will be remembered for many years to come. It's just amazing looking at how well the gameplay mechanics work and how well written and developed the characters are. The game has a satisfying gameplay routine of battling, then wandering the hub, and choosing how to use your time effectively to maximize and build the characters you've recruited and teach. It can be quite satisfying to beat multiple enemies in one turn without losing an ally. Fire Emblem Three Houses is still one of the best strategy games to play on the Switch. 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim is a part visual novel and strategy game that is really engaging. It is an experience that will take us through many eras in an intelligent way without making us lose the plot. The gameplay is fun and directly ties into the story segments with a really good plot that looks beautiful in hand-drawn visuals on the adventure mode. The game is strategically rich and has relaxing battles, which I think is great to play on the Switch. That's all for today's video. If you liked the video, please do consider subscribing and leave a comment in this video. Thanks you all.